Hello and welcome now straight to our top story. Aftab, who is accused of murdering, literally butchering Shraddha in this grisly murder case that has been reported in the national capital, was made to appear through a video link in the court today. The police has been given a 5-day custody of Aftab as they still have to recover the murder weapon, mobile phone of Shraddha, and also have to take him to places in Uttarakhand and Himachal Pradesh to in fact link the missing pieces. Aftab was in fact presented in front of the court virtually as the cops feared attack on the accused in the court.
The police have got 5 more days of Aftab Poonawala's custody. To find critical evidence and links in the murder, he confessed to chopping her body into 35 pieces and disposing them across the national capital.
पुलिस रिमांड तभी होता है जब पुलिस कोर्ट को ये रिक्वेस्ट करती है कि हमें कुछ एविडेंस कलेक्ट करना है जो अक्यूज्ड के नॉलेज में है.
Police sources say that Aftab confessed to burning his partner's face after strangling her to death to conceal her identity. Another crucial clue for the police was Aftab's surprisingly high water bill, even when 20,000 litres are free every month in the colony. Police believe that this could mean he had a constantly running water tap to mask chopping sounds and remove blood stains from the house. Aftab was produced before the court virtually after the courtroom saw massive protests by lawyers against the murder accused.
हम लोगों ने यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा प्रोटेस्ट किया, वो यही था कि इस तरह के लोगों को सजा प्रॉपर मिलनी चाहिए.
ये एक साइको टाइप के लोग होते हैं, उसी को देख के सर वकीलों के अंदर काफी नाराजगी थी, जिसको कोर्ट के अंदर भी वकीलों ने काफी नारेबाजी की है.
So far, the police have not been able to recover the weapon that Aftab used to cut up Shraddha's body. The police are also still on the lookout for the victim's mobile phone. That is crucial for the further course of the investigation. Police sources say that Shraddha's severed head, which is yet to be found, was burnt by Aftab after he strangled her to death. With eyewitnesses missing, the police are so far relying on Aftab's confession, recorded statements and circumstantial evidence. As murky details continue to emerge out of police questioning, Shraddha's bereaved father tells NDTV that he could barely bring himself to hear his daughter's alleged murderer's confession to the police that he made in front of him.
उसने कन्फेस किया ना मेरे सामने भी.
आपके सामने कन्फेस किया?
मेरे सामने भी कन्फेस किया उसने 11 तारीख को.
क्या कहा सर उसने?
उसने कहा कि पुलिस ने पूछा कि क्या इनको जानते हैं, तब उसने जवाब दिया कि हाँ ये श्रद्धा के डैडी है. तो फिर दिल्ली पुलिस ने पूछा कि बता दो अभी क्या किया है आपने. तब तुरंत ऐसे ही बोलने लगा कि ये श्रद्धा इज नो मोर. मैं तो वहाँ पे ही कोलैप्स हो गया, मैं सुन ही नहीं पाया ये सब आगे की बातें.
The police will take murder accused Aftab Poonawala to Himachal Pradesh as the next step of the investigation. This as the court also gave its assent to conduct the narco test or the lie test on Shraddha's murder accused. The police hope that this is going to facilitate the investigation and bring to light various details and hard evidence that is yet to be revealed in the murder case that has shaken the conscience of the nation. In New Delhi with camera person Sushil Rathi, Vedant for NDTV.
Jharkhand Chief Minister Hemant Soren was grilled for over 9 hours by the Enforcement Directorate in connection to the illegal mining case on Thursday. Soren, the first sitting Chief Minister to be summoned by the Enforcement Directorate, earlier this morning had in fact gone ahead and said that he was a victim of conspiracy.
Jharkhand Chief Minister Hemant Soren finally at the door of the ED office in Ranchi, the first sitting Chief Minister to appear before the agency, accompanied by his younger brother Basant Soren. Before arriving, Soren kept up his aggressive approach, asking whether as Chief Minister, why would he flee?
मैं राज्य का मुख्यमंत्री हूं, एक संवैधानिक पद पर हूं और जिस तरीके से सम्मान की कार्रवाई चल रही है, लगता है कि हम लोग देश छोड़ के भागने वाले लोग. और मेरे राजनीतिक इतिहास में मुझे नहीं लगता है व्यापारियों को छोड़कर कोई राजनीतिक दल देश छोड़ के भागा हो या राजनीतिक दल के नेता देश छोड़ के भागे हों।
The Enforcement Directorate claims they're probing Soren for links to money laundering through illegal mining after they arrested and questioned his aides Pankaj Mishra and 2 others. The ED says it has identified 1,000 crore rupees as proceeds of crime related to illegal mining. But Soren said that the case is the latest attempt by the BJP to destabilize his government, referring to the move to disqualify him as an MLA on charges that he awarded himself a mining contract.
कहा जाए कि जो हमारे विपक्ष हैं, जो सरकार बनने के बाद से ही सरकार गिराने के षड्यंत्र लगे हुए थे और ये षड्यंत्र की पनडुब्बी जो पानी में डूब करके काम कर रहा था, आज उस पनडुब्बी को धीरे धीरे बाहर लाने का प्रयास किया जा रहा है.
See, we consider this to be a black day in Jharkhand's history when a sitting chief minister has to appear before an investigating agency, and that too in a corruption case.
Now all eyes will be on the Enforcement Directorate, which is going to take a call based on today's interrogation whether to let him off or opt for his custody, which may create a new political challenge. With Manish Kumar in Ranchi, Bureau Report, NDTV.
All right, the Enforcement Director has been given, in fact, one or another extension at this moment. In fact, the news which has just come in that the ED Director S.K. Mishra's tenure has been extended by 1 more year just a day before he was to retire. Now, the ED Director, this is the 3rd, in fact, extension that Mr. Mishra has been given after this extension. Now, he is entering the 5th year as the Enforcement Directorate Director. Mishra is the longest serving ED Director. The centre has earlier amended the law to extend ED Director's tenure to up to 5 years. Meanwhile, the Anti-Corruption Bureau of the Delhi Police is, in fact, going to release MLA Akhilesh Tripathi in just a short while. In fact, he was earlier called by the ACB in connection with cash for ticket scam that broke out in the face of the Aam Aadmi Party ahead of the MCD elections. Akhilesh was grilled for questioning, was called for questioning at 11 a.m. on Thursday and is expected to be called back on Friday as well. The ACB has said that they are in fact going to release him after 10 hours of questioning on Thursday and might be calling him back as and when the situation will require. In other news for the Aam Aadmi Party, the Minister of the Government of Delhi, Satyendra Jain, who has been in prison for the last few months, his bail plea was rejected by the CBI court yet again. Satyendra Jain, who the court said is an influential person, if granted bail, can influence the witnesses. The Enforcement Directorate has been saying that Satyendra Jain acquired disproportionate assets worth 1.67 crores when he was the minister. Meanwhile, Satyendra Jain, according to the allegations, also routed money through Hawala channels and brought land in Delhi via Benami properties. Now, Mr. Jain has been in the prison for the last 4 months. The Aam Aadmi Party has been facing backlash over Satyendra Jain's continuous incarceration and questions over him being continuing in the cabinet. In news that came in this evening, the centre has sought a review of the Supreme Court order of November 11th for the release of 6 convicts in former Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi's assassination case. The Congress party had heavily criticized the Supreme Court's decision and had questioned the Modi government, asking it to clarify its stand. So now the government is seeking a review of the order releasing the convicts in the Rajiv Gandhi assassination case. In fact, in its review application, the government has put out some very, very important details. The government has said for remission of the foreign terrorists, because 4 of the 6 of the convicts are Sri Lankan nationals, falls under the ambit of the central government. The government was not even consulted before this order, in fact, was passed. The government also said that the convicts did not make the central government a party in their plea. So the government now has gone for a review. Sparks are flying in Maharashtra between the allies, Congress and Uddhav Shiv Sena over Rahul Gandhi's continuous criticism of the Hindutva ideologue V.D. Savarkar. Today, Uddhav Thackeray said his party has immense respect for Savarkar, and he said he doesn't agree with Rahul Gandhi. Remember, this came just a couple of days before when we saw those visuals of Rahul Gandhi walking with Aditya Thackeray. Rahul Gandhi, meanwhile, defended his comments. He showed a letter allegedly written by V.D. Savarkar to the British asking for mercy.
ये सावरकर जी की चिट्ठी है जिसमें उन्होंने अंग्रेजों को लिखा है. हिंदी में ट्रांसलेशन कर देता हूं. सर, मैं आपका नौकर रहना चाहता हूं. ये मैंने नहीं लिखा, ये सावरकर जी ने लिखा है.
Rahul Gandhi waving a copy of a 102-year-old letter in the latest political battle in Maharashtra following protests by the ruling Shiv Sena faction against Gandhi's criticism of Savarkar. The letter by Savarkar, the Hindutva ideologue, seeks amnesty from his British jailers. Savarkar is venerated by both the Shiv Sena factions as well as the BJP. The ruling alliance of the Shinde, Shiv Sena and the BJP has attacked Rahul Gandhi to drive home the ideological difference between the opposition alliance between the Congress and the Thackeray Sena.
मी विचार केल्यावर मला असं वाटतं की त्या ठिकाणी स्वर्गात बाळासाहेब ठाकरेंना काय वाटत असेल ज्यावेळेस ते बघत असतील की त्या राहुल गांधी सोबत आदित्य ठाकरे हे पदयात्रा करतायत.
Notably, former Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray accepted the differences with Rahul Gandhi over Savarkar, but also attacked the BJP.
मैंने कहा कि आदरणीय स्वातंत्र्यवीर सावरकर, उनके बारे में हमारे मन में, दिल में श्रद्धा और प्रेम है, निष्ठा है. वो ऐसी जाएगी नहीं, जाने वाली नहीं. जिन लोगों का स्वातंत्र्य संग्राम जाने ना 75 साल पूरे हो गए, उसके पहले जो भी हमें सवाल कर रहे हैं, उनका योगदान क्या है स्वतंत्रता के लिए.
The breakaway Sena, which is now in power, has called for Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra to be stopped in Maharashtra.
ही भारत जोडो यात्रा आहे ती खऱ्या अर्थाने थांबवावी महाराष्ट्रात, आणि त्यांना महाराष्ट्रात कायद्याचं राज्य आहे, महाराष्ट्रात स्वातंत्र्यवीर सावरकरांचं राज्य आहे, त्यांच्या विचारांचं राज्य आहे, हे त्यांना दाखवून द्या.
सरकार को लगे कि भारत जोड़ो यात्रा को रोक देना चाहिए तो रोकने की कोशिश कीजिए, करिए.
There have been several controversies regarding Savarkar in Maharashtra politics earlier as well. But the way first Aditya Thackeray walked with Rahul Gandhi in the Bharat Jodo Yatra, and later while Uddhav Thackeray distanced himself from the controversial statement made by Rahul Gandhi, he attacked BJP as well. It shows that for the movement, the Thackeray's will be with the Congress in the Mahavikas Aghadi. However, on the other hand, the BJP and the Shinde faction will try to raise this issue again and again and question the Hindutva of the Thackeray's. In Mumbai, with camera person Sanjay Mandal, Sohit Mishra, NDTV.
More than 2 weeks after the deadly tragedy in Morbi, where more than 135 people lost their life, the civic body, the Morbi Municipal Corporation, has finally owned up its responsibility in the Gujarat High Court today. After constant reminders, the Morbi Municipal Corporation filed its affidavit in the court and said that it was wrong for it to open the bridge in Morbi.
Almost 3 weeks after 135 people were killed in the Morbi bridge collapse, the municipality took responsibility, but only just. After 2 notices by the High Court, the BJP-ruled municipal corporation said in a written affidavit that the bridge shouldn't have been opened. The affidavit also read, public shouldn't have been allowed on the bridge unless it got a fitness certificate, which didn't happen. Morbi's municipal corporation initially put the onus on the Oreva company, finally owning up to the tragedy after over 15 days of the bridge collapse and 2 notices served by the Gujarat High Court. The Chief Justice of the Gujarat High Court, Arvind Kumar, has directed the Chief of the Morbi Municipal Corporation, Sandeep Singh Zala, to be present in court on the 24th of November at the next hearing. However, the owner of the Ajanta Oreva company, which was given the contract to repair the bridge, remains free. He's not even been named in the police case. The Morbi tragedy is now an election issue, with the opposition Congress targeting the BJP for shielding Oreva's owner and alleging close ties with Prime Minister Modi.
BJP government is trying for a major cover-up, protecting the accused, who happens to be one of the close allies of the BJP, and rules have been flouted.
It took the Gujarat High Court to send 2 notices to the Morbi Municipal Corporation for them to finally own up to the criminal negligence for the bridge collapse after over 15 days of the tragedy. But the Oreva company's owner has still not been questioned. What will it take for the accountability to be pinned? Because let's not forget, 135 lives were lost, most of which were of women and children. With camera person Ravi Joshi in Gujarat, I'm Tanushree Pandey reporting for NDTV.
All right, starting with some breaking news which is coming in at this moment from United States. Nancy Pelosi, who has been one of the longest serving speaker in the House of Congress in United States, won't seek re-election as the leader of the Democratic Party. In fact, Nancy Pelosi has said, I will not seek re-election to Democratic leadership in the next Congress. She said, after, in fact, her party lost control of the House in the midterms, but she would continue to serve in the Congress. That's big news, in fact, coming in at this moment. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said she wouldn't seek to remain the Democratic leader. Ladies and gentlemen, if you remember earlier, in fact, on Wednesday evening, Republicans clinched a narrow majority of seats in the House with a victory in California, ending 2 years of Democratic control of both the chambers of Congress and the White House. Democrats will continue to control the Senate meanwhile. So this is a big story, in fact, coming in at this moment. Now, let's just move on and give you more details on what is happening as far as American politics is concerned. The Republicans, as I was telling you earlier, have been narrowly been able to retake the control of the House. Republicans, in fact, are now ready for revenge, because we heard, in fact, Trump also speaking against Nancy Pelosi. Now it will be Trump versus DeSantis, as the Republicans are completely split before the 2024 Republican leadership and, of course, the bid for the presidentship in 2024. Take a look.
It wasn't the red wave many top Republicans predicted, but the party eked out enough wins in contested seats to gain control of the US House of Representatives. With a victory in California, Republicans captured 218 of the 435 House seats. The Republican takeover of the House means that Biden's agenda will encounter several roadblocks over the next 2 years, as Republicans aim to put their own agenda into action. A Republican House is likely to clash on most issues with the Democratic Senate in 2023. They are expected to start their own investigations into Joe Biden and his son, as well as force showdowns over federal budget priorities.
You have to show strength and you have to be strong.
A Republican House is also likely to disband the panel investigating the riot at the Capitol when Trump's supporters ransacked the building in a failed effort to prevent Biden's electoral victory. Current Republican House leader Kevin McCarthy is the Republican Party's pick to take over from Nancy Pelosi as Speaker, but will still need to win a vote in the full chamber. However, with the Senate under Democratic control, Biden will continue to be able to have his cabinet and judicial appointments confirmed. The US president also congratulated his opponents. This as Republicans didn't necessarily run on a unified agenda of what they would bring to Washington. They want to fight inflation, they want to investigate the COVID-19 crisis, they want to improve the situation at the border, but how they will do that remains somewhat uncertain, so it seems their agenda is still being built and is in flux. Parmeshwar Bava for NDTV.
All right, that's all the time that we have in this edition. News and updates continue on NDTV. Thank you for tuning in.